Actually, Jinwoo never planned to become a hunter, but something happened that left him no choice. Here's what exactly happened with Jinwoo. Jinwoo was born 20 to 25 years before the events of the main storyline to Sung Il-hwan and Park Kyung-hye, and had a little sister named Gina, full name Sung Gina. 10 years prior to the first double dungeon incident, his father was presumed dead when he mysteriously disappeared inside a dungeon during a raid. 6 years later, his mother started to develop symptoms of eternal slumber and eventually fell into a coma, but not before making her son promise to her that he'd take care of Gina in her absence. With both of his parents out of the picture, Jinwoo was forced to take over as the breadwinner of the family and went on to become a hunter. Due to how unusually weak he was, he quickly became a subject of mockery in the Korean hunter community, and was given the disdainful nickname of the weakest hunter of all mankind, which is literally so bad to listen. Suppose you are walking in street and someone make fun of you. It's really, especially if they don't even know what's going on in your life, hit hard. Nevertheless, he persisted and over the next 4 years managed to financially support himself, his sister, and his mother, even though he nearly died on almost every raid he went on. But did you ever think about why he chose to be hunter? One obvious reason is to continue this anime, but in anime, what reason we have to say that he chose this path? A major reason why Jinwoo chose to work as a hunter, even high risk of injury, was because it came with healthcare benefits that covered his mother's hospital bills. While Gina didn't approve of his choice to work as a hunter since he was always came home covered in wounds, she was mature enough to understand that he did it to support her and their mother. However, this didn't stop her from worrying about his health, and she eventually told Jinwoo that if there was ever a day where he got injured to the point of not being able to work anymore, she would drop out of school and get a job to support their family in his place. With no high-paying job and limited education, becoming a hunter, even a weak one, was the only way he could financially support his family. Despite being labeled the world's weakest hunter, he kept risking his life inside low-rank dungeons just to earn a little money to pay hospital bills, tuition fees, and daily expenses. I think this is enough for his history. If I tell you full history, this video will become too long. If you want to be a real fan of Jinwoo or any protagonist, you need to know him better. And that's why now I'm going to talk about his personality. Jinwoo is a humble and benevolent individual who cares deeply for his family and has an ardent desire to become stronger. As a result, he shares a close relationship with his sister and his mother, and rarely wastes an opportunity to refine his skills and gain more power. His deep bond with his family also makes him absolutely merciless towards anyone who dares to hurt them, as displayed when he massacred Groktar and his minions for attempting to kill Gina, and murdered Hwang Dong-soo for torturing Jinho. A hero without any abilities isn't a hero, so you listen. These super abilities of Jinwoo possesses tremendous amounts of physical strength. Even before obtaining his true power, he was strong enough to critically damage the statue of God. Yes, you are thinking this is Statue of God, which was very trending. And I think most of you watch Solo Leveling because of this reel on Insta, or not? Jinwoo is unfathomably fast and can move at speeds so great that most opponents are unable to track his movements. As a testament to this, he was agile enough to keep up with Scyld's attacks during their second confrontation, and upon obtaining his true power, was able to strike at Raken with such speed that the latter didn't even realize that he'd been attacked until after Jinwoo cut off one of his legs. Jinwoo has too many abilities that I can make a full separate video. I'm just going to describe 2 more, then I will talk about his weakness that I noticed in Jinwoo. Can manipulate the memories of other humans to a certain extent by making physical contact with them. So far, he has been shown to be able to erase certain memories from their minds, grant them their memories of the original timeline, and allow them to see into his own memories, as he did with Wu Jinchul to inform him of the existence of the rulers and the monarchs. Jinwoo is a master of melee-based combat, and his fighting skills are so refined that he can hold his own against enemies with far more combat experience than he does with little trouble. Now, let's talk about universal rule that no one is perfect, and Jinwoo is also not full of perfection. One of the biggest weaknesses that I noticed is Jinwoo's emotional attachments are one of his deepest vulnerabilities, even as he becomes one of the most powerful beings in the world. His love for his mother, who lies in a magical coma, drives much of his motivation to grow stronger, not for fame, but to save her life. His sister represents the normal, peaceful life he wishes to protect, reminding him of who he was before the chaos. Despite his overwhelming strength, Jinwoo remains emotionally grounded, fiercely loyal to his friends and allies. This makes him relatable and human, but also leaves him exposed. His enemies know that threatening the people he loves is the one way to shake his resolve. Let me ask you a question. Do you know the name of his mother? If you can't answer this, then this mean you need to watch this video full. If you did, then it mean you are ready to gain more information. For those who don't know the name of Jinwoo mother, his mother name is Park Kyung-hae. Now, let's dive a little bit deep in relationship between Jinwoo and his mother. Jinwoo has a very loving relationship with his mother and risked his life countless times to pay for her hospital bills over the 4 years that she was in a coma. Her illness served as the main reason why he became a hunter in the first place, as he hoped to find something in the dungeons that would cure her of eternal slumber. When he ultimately succeeded with the holy water of life and she woke up in perfect health, Jinwoo was so relieved to see her awake that he broke composure and started tearing up right in front of her. This was for today. Check out my video on Asagi from Blue Lock, and if you want a video on specific character, just comment down.